Hi, everyone, and welcome to the info session. We're so excited.
I'm so excited, too, that you guys are here. This is going to be so exciting.
Yeah, you don't even know how much work that Molly and I have been putting into this on the back end.
That is so true.
Right? We had photo shoots. We visited different venues. We have redone the schedule probably 100 times.
Meetings with people other than us. Just lots of meetings. Yes.
Yeah. So we're really excited to show this to you. So if you're here, say hi. But we'll just go ahead and get started. So we're just going to kind of ping pong back and forth. So I'll just kick it off. This is our agenda. So we're just going to cover all of the W's. Who is this for? What will we be doing when you actually come here? When is it? That's probably very important to you. We tried to avoid all major holidays. And where is it? And why should you join us? And how to sign up. And hello, Cozy Mystery Writer from Ohio.
Hi.
All right. And go ahead.
Okay, so who is this for? So we call it the Cozy Club Getaway as our first retreat because it's for cozy mystery writers. Mm-hmm. Whether you're current or aspiring, whether you write contemporary or paranormal, this is for all of us to get together. So we are also looking for those who would also like a sisterhood experience. So if you're seeking friendship and meeting new people, getting to know one another beyond just, the internet, Facebook, this is the place to be for us. Also needing a getaway in general, right? Who needs that? Definitely, we can all probably, as writers, we would love to get out and get to meet more people. And loves afternoon tea outings. So afternoon tea is going to be one of my new obsessions since I discovered it. I'm a late bloomer with the tea thing, and it is amazing. Lisa and I went out together when I was in San Diego, and we're going to go out together if you come join us.
Yes.
Right. And also, it's going to be relaxing in a coastal cozy setting because this is going to be in Lisa's area of San Diego. She's blessed to live out there, right?
You could live here. You could just move here.
I know. It's so amazing, the weather there. It's like a constant 72 degrees. I don't know. So it's going to be amazing weather, I'm sure, by the beach, multiple areas to go out on Mission Beach. You could even head out to La Jolla if you want. But yeah, we're going to be in the San Diego area by the beach. So it's going to be close enough for us to get away to. And also, this is for anybody who wants dedicated writing time because we will have, as you can see in later on when we're showcasing what we're doing, we are going to have some dedicated writing time. We'll time it. We'll have breaks. We'll have all kinds of, just good, cozy time together, getting our stories done.
And it looks like Robin Claire from
Robin.
That's near you. So Molly is truly a California girl. She just moved away.
I am. And you know what? Robin writes about mysteries in San Francisco, and I am from the San Francisco Bay Area originally. I am not an Idaho potato person originally. I'm from the Bay. So yeah, Robin, we were just talking about how this is in Southern California, San Diego area. So it's going to be nice and warm.
Do you know Michelle? Michelle Osorio is in Southern Cal. So
I do know Michelle too. She bought a pre-made set from me. So we're going to be getting to know each other more. Yeah.
And shout out to San Diego. We made it to #1 most expensive place to live in the U.S.
Oh my gosh, Michelle, do you live in San Diego?
So at least now you know you're coming to a premier location. It's the most expensive. Prior to living here, I always tell Molly this, I lived in New York on the Upper West Side in the 10023 zip code. And that was the #2 most expensive zip code in the world.
Yes.
So clearly I'm I mean, I'm not even like in the upper 1 or 2%. So you can find hidden gems everywhere. Robin, yes, that's me. And I do. Oh, nice. Share a local.
Yay.
This will be perfect.
Yay. So it would not be a far trip for you. You're
Yeah.
right there, Michelle.
And just so you know, for afternoon tea, I have like, that is like my favorite thing. Like, if Molly didn't like afternoon tea, I don't even know if we would have stayed friends. All right. So who is this not for? So, we're going to be talking pretty much, we are going to be talking about Shopify and, just productivity, and obviously have dedicated writing time. But, if you're a romance writer, this could totally work. Cozy mystery, thrillers, like basically any genre fiction except nonfiction. I feel like just isn't a fit. And probably, literary fiction probably isn't a fit either.
Yeah.
And just because I think you'd be bored, like you wouldn't get a lot of value because we're talking so much about mysteries. But definitely, like romances have mysteries in them, thrillers.
Yeah.
And anyone, if you really just want a lone solo time, probably again, it's not the best trip because we do have a lot of group activities just so that there's like no writer left behind. There's like always somebody to go to breakfast with and lunch and dinner and all that stuff. And like I said, if you hate tea, we definitely like have a tea outing included. And we are not like anti-alcohol at all, but we just haven't planned any alcohol events like cocktails or happy hours. And I know a lot of, if you go to the Romance Writers America, they have tons of these really great fun events. And again, those are awesome and wonderful. But just for our outing, we really didn't focus. We focus more on lattes and teas and ice cream and cupcake, things that we like, basically.
Exactly.
And chocolate. If you hate chocolate, right, there's like going to be chocolate in the swag bags. There's going to be chocolate.
Right, might not be a fit for you if you don't like chocolate. Yeah.
And also it's not an all-inclusive. So I love that Michelle is local. We did make it so that, if you don't need, we didn't want to make it all-inclusive, like you have to stay with us. And so a lot of these things are just us hanging out. Like if it would be like if we all lived here in the same city and could meet up for writing all the time.
Exactly.
So we didn't do an Airbnb, but we'll talk about that later. And if you're on a diet, this probably isn't. We definitely did not try to do calorie restriction at all in any of our food outing planning.
Or if you're like me, you can save a lot of your vacation time for going nuts. You can go nuts with us, right? Okay, so what will we be doing? Now, we just mentioned it. We're going to be eating a lot together. We have a few outings that we have in store for you, and we're going to go over that itinerary. But it's from, like afternoon tea goodies and tea to going to have hors d'oeuvres and snacks somewhere to going to having full on, like an Italian dinner. So we have tried to make this also have a variety of food. So we're going to hit some things that you love. We did steer clear of sushi. I love sushi. Lisa loves sushi. But we know there's a lot of people that are like, love it or hate it. So we did steer clear of that. But there will be lots of good food and beverages that we'll be going to.
Yep. And we're going to be doing lots of drinking together, but again, of the latte tea type, not really the alcoholic type. So we just want to make sure, don't worry, wherever we are, we've made sure that there are coffee shops, either where we're at or very close by. So we know caffeine is very important to some of you. Some of you are like tea drinkers. I don't know. Sometimes when I just have a warm drink, it like helps me relax more too. But you can also get water. So yeah, so definitely lots of beverages. So we just want to make sure we're all hydrated and well fed. Can't write if you're hungry. Michelle, sounds like glad it's not an all-inclusive. I can just drive there. Yeah.
Good.
And
okay, so we are calling the arrival day 0, and we're going to be having an informal get together with appetizers and drinks at a nice, what would you call it? Like a local sports bar that's close to the beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very nice location. We'll be able to get together, say our hellos, be there for a little while, meet everybody coming in, order our goodies, and then we will be heading out to our walk on the beach right next door. So
yeah, and so not all of the meals are paid for, but for sure, this one is our treat. We're sponsoring the welcome reception, and it's right around like I think we made it like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So depending on when you got in during the day, it's kind of drop in. We'll be there for a couple hours from like 3 to 5, or I think it's 4 to 6, and then sunset. On the next page. So we'll take a walk on the beach for whoever is there right about sunset. There's a boardwalk, so bring comfy shoes if you want to walk. So we can just get some steps in, especially for those who are flying in or driving a long ways, just to, get moving and not be so just tired the next day.
Right. And well, it's a coastal retreat. So that first night getting to see the beach, especially for those who might be coming from out of town, that will be fun.
Yeah, it's always nice. Every time somebody comes to visit me, they're always like, let's go to the beach.
Right.
That's the first thing they want to do. I think it's because when you're inland so much, you're like, is there really an ocean out there? Does it exist?
Does it fall off the earth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So here's afternoon tea, like was mentioned. Oh my gosh, it was so amazing, guys. I just went once so far when I went out to visit Lisa, but it was the cutest thing. All these tiers and trays, right, with all these goodies, looking better than even this image's photo. You can have what is it, like scones and little sandwiches and cookies, desserts type things. And then with your tea, you can order as much as you can take in. And there are different amazing flavors with almond and cinnamon and fun finger foods and desserts. So yeah, this will be our first, and it feels very cozy to get together for tea. So this will be a really cozy activity for us on day one. This is happening, what time were we saying? Around
11 a.m.
11 a.m. That's what I was thinking. So yeah, this will be a nice kind of kickoff to the day. And yeah.
And plus that way, if you want to sleep in that day, depending on if people get in late, so we didn't want to start too early with like an early, like originally one of the iterations, I was like, we're all going to have breakfast at 6 a.m.
I was like, oh no.
Yeah. But we've scaled it back. So we're starting at 11. So Robin, I love her. She's good. Nice.
Yes.
Oh, and Michelle asked too, will you share these slides after? And yes, I will post them a link in the description, like probably give me 10 minutes as soon as we end today.
So look right underneath the video at that description.
All right, so we thought we'd kick off the afternoon. So after afternoon tea, we'll kick off the day with craft chats. And we're mostly just calling them chats because I don't want you to think of them as like, we are going to lecture to you on like what to do and not to do. We're more just sharing like everything that we've accumulated. So over the years, I know I, for sure, err on the side of I need to know everything about anything before I can even write a single word, right? And so instead of just going out and doing it, so I've collected like, how do police procedurals work? What are all the different poisons? How should I structure my novel? How should I write a Christmas cozy, even though I haven't even written my first pilot cozy? How should I write a Thanksgiving cozy? Like, there's so much information. So we're just going to do, I don't want to say a data dump because it sounds like then it's like junk, but I think we're going to go through these and find like what the most valuable stuff is. And we're going to put them into a toolkit for you. We're going to split it out. Oh, go ahead.
And Lisa, you really are like the master of having all of the info, and you order all the classes, all the books, all the things. So Lisa narrowing down the best of what she has collected about writing and writing cozies. This will be a very good toolkit for sure.
Yeah. So you're going to get everything contemporary. We're going to split it up into paranormal because I know some people only want to write that. And then we're going to try to put it all together into a workbook. We'll see how big it is. It might be like right now, just a starter thing. I did a data download to Molly. I was like, look through these 1,000 pages. And she obviously didn't do that yet. Oh. So we'll see. We'll pare it down to like the best of the best. And don't worry, everything that didn't make it, like everything that they say is on the cutting floor, we'll put into a digital download vault for you. So you'll have your workbook, you'll have another digital PDF of that if you want, and then overflow things that didn't make it in there
So you
will be
never
available.
lose it. You'll have it forever.
Yeah. Oh, good. 11 a.m. is much better. Good. And totally the same.
Mhm.
And I'm a procrastinator when it comes to learning how to write cozies. Yeah, that's a good word, procrastinator. I do have a lot of things laying around. Michelle said no. I think she's saying no to the 6 a.m. breakfast.
Oh, yeah, totally.
That has been revised.
All right. So on day 1, then we're going to end the night with an amazing dinner outing and ghost tour. So there's an area in San Diego. What do you call that area that
Old
has
Town.
Old Town that has a huge Mexican flavor to it? And Lisa and I visited it together when I came into town because I just had to. It was so cool. Just the feeling there. You feel like you are, I love cruises and I stop at places and it just feels like, it's a different country with wonderful food, wonderful music. Just the vibe is amazing. And I'm sure Michelle knows all about that. But for those of you who've never seen this or heard of this, definitely come hang out with us here, enjoy some food. It will be outdoor dining in the nice weather, of course. And there is an optional ghost tour. So these are a couple of just covers that I designed, and we put just the backgrounds to them up there. So you got that little ghost character there for that woman. So it's just like a playful, fun option. You can come join us for the ghost tour or not. And I don't know, Lisa, if you know a little more about the ghost tour, but is it how would you describe it?
I'm not a big fan of ghost tours, but I know people love them. And so we'll have information if you want to sign up ahead of time and go with other people. And then also the Whaley House is there, and that's supposedly haunted. Michelle, I love it. I'm writing a paracozy that takes place in Old Town. How cool is that?
Oh my gosh. That's cool.
Robin, Old Town is pretty cool.
Oh, so you've been there before, Robin.
Michelle, the love cars always stuck out to me. I love it. Oh, good.
Thank you. It's Lauren Garcia's.
You know what we should say too? So this one you do pay on your own, but we didn't write down for afternoon tea included in the price.
Oh yeah, afternoon tea.
Yeah, and recommend we should that. Yeah, and we should write for this one too. Included in the price. That way, when people look over this later, they'll remember.
Right. Very good. Very good.
Okay. All right. So day 2 is marketing workshop. So I am definitely 100% not like an expert marketer, but I'm really good at tech. And so I know a lot of people want to sell their own books on Shopify. So we're going to go through Shopify for authors, if that's something you want to do or you've been thinking about doing. I don't know why. Are you able to remove Michelle's comment?
Oh, I do not
hide it.
See how. No.
Oh, on the right, you don't see where you can say hide?
I do not see a hide next to the comment.
You have to hover over her comment.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, you are?
That's so weird. Oh, it disappeared.
Okay, I did it.
It disappeared.
Okay. It's because somehow mine made it full. Oh, I see. It made it full screen. There we go. All right, just kidding. Okay, so beyond Amazon, so how to sell your own book, direct sales. We'll talk about shipping and tax. And even if you're a trad author, maybe you want to sell signed paperbacks, so you want to sell merch. So we'll talk about all of that. Like I know how to set everything up. So anything that you want to talk about, like doing direct sales to your readers, we can talk about how the logistics of setting that up, what the best tool is, what software platform to use. I can give you a tutorial on how to set that up. And we'll talk about pricing, as well as, you can sell your books using Thrivecart, WooCommerce. So we can talk through all of those different ideas as well during that session.
And I just have to say, I've had clients and friends on Facebook starting to do this. They're not just selling on Amazon. So that's really cool. Okay, so the next one, day 2, will be my cover conventions workshop. So I'm going to go over the design trends with cozies. I'm going to share the differences between contemporary and paranormal covers, because there are quite a few differences where they lean towards different colors, fonts, and even whether or not they have a protagonist on the cover, or they lean towards cats or dogs, right? So it's quite different. And I'm going to go through a lot of the nuances of that. And I know, that there's also some of my design clients will see this video, and I take care of a lot of that for them for designing. But it's just good to know in general, I think, keep up on the trends. And so if you see something you really like and prefer, you could always let your designer know. And so this will be kind of like just a fun session where I'm doing comparing and contrasting of what works and what doesn't for today's cozies.
Great. And then I think we had a cover. Robin, I've been everywhere in California. Awesome. Michelle, are we allowed to photograph record bits? I'd love to make a vlog of this, especially the tea. Oh my God, we would love it if you vlogged about this. Yeah. I mean, I'm a YouTuber. You do everything.
Right? Yeah.
Oh my God, I thought I was in trouble. No. I was like, marketing stuff is helpful. Cool.
It sure is. Right.
All right. So lunch is on your own. So we picked a location. We're going to be in Hillcrest. So there's tons of places to walk to. We'll have a list for you. You can get Mexican, Indian, Italian, sandwiches, burgers. So we just wanted to leave it up to you. So you can walk everywhere. And don't worry, we'll have a special room where we're going to be at the coffee shop. We are going, hopefully, if they show up, sometimes this happens with help, but we are going to hire someone to stay there and watch everybody's stuff, their laptops. So you don't have to like pack up and take everything with you. You can just head out to lunch with somebody and then come back whenever you feel like it. So yeah. And this is a break for lunch. This is lunch on your own. So
yeah, lots of places within walking distance.
On your own. So pay on your own.
It could be a fun time also to partner up with people and go to your favorite place.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Oh, do you want me to talk about this one?
Yes, please. Okay. This is your thing.
So then we thought we'd spend the afternoon talking about productivity things, just like things that we're good at doing productively. Writing a lot and being prolific is not one of my abilities or gifts, but doing, like I said, tech stuff is. So we're going to talk about Scrivener. There are a lot of tutorials on my channel about using Ulysses. And that's really because I was paid by Ulysses to put all of those tutorials up. It is not my favorite, and it's only available for Apple. Scrivener is available for, I believe, both PC and for Apple. And it also has an app for the iPad and on your phone. So I think, like, for me, I just think that's the best one. However, I do believe every time I've ever tried to do any version control, the only one that works among devices is Google Docs. I don't really like Google Docs for writing just because it's just easier to organize your manuscript inside of Scrivener than it is to do that inside of Google Docs. However, so I just have one laptop now dedicated for Scrivener, even though you can, like, it says you can use it on devices. I would just be careful about doing that. I know Atticus is on sale right now, and 100%. I had so many tech issues. I've lost so many manuscripts and paragraphs with Atticus.
Yeah. Atticus is kind of new still, right? It's working out bugs.
No,
maybe.
It's one of those things where I feel like I'm being gaslit. I would like send them screenshots. I'm like, clearly you can see this. And like, I'm a video person, right? So I videoed things, and they were like, I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody else has this problem. And I was like, so anyways, I had such high hopes too. I loved Atticus. But unfortunately it just doesn't work. So anyways, so my point is, Scrivener always works, but only on one device. Google Docs does definitely work everywhere, especially if you're co-writing. But anyways, we're going to talk about Scrivener because of all of those issues I had, and not to badmouth any of them. I think people should just be aware so you don't lose your document. But because of that, Scrivener has a lot of the functionality I like. And if you're like me and like you bought it and then you like tried a bunch of other stuff, I think it's worth revisiting. So we'll talk about Scrivener, how to customize your workspace, some features and shortcuts that might make it a little bit more appealing. So, if you want to just get a refresher on Scrivener, we'll do that.
Well, and you are a super tech person. Lisa could troubleshoot anything. Computers is really like her forte. So if she's recommending this, number one would go to Scrivener. Okay. Yeah.
We got a couple of comments. This all sounds amazing. Oh, good. We're excited. Yes, I'm a Scrivener user on PC. Yeah, it does work on PC. That's what I thought. And Michelle, that's what I heard about Atticus too. Okay, so it wasn't just me. I just felt like, anyways, I just really like Scrivener. So that's why I'll be sharing with you how to use Scrivener.
All right. So then on day 2, also, I'll be hosting something called the topic 3 for thriving. I don't know if y'all remember from my group, but I did put together a little mastermind with myself and a couple ladies, and it was going to be rotating out and doing like, well, I don't need to get into the details. I could get into it then. But what it is basically is I formed my own accountability group for better production. And the 2 that were with me obviously came along for their productivity as well. So I will talk about how to create your own little mastermind group. And included in this, I'll also talk about how you can co-write together the best. And I will discuss Google Docs because that is where I work a lot when I co-write. So it's a great co-writing tool. But yeah, I'll talk about the different rules people can have and how they can help streamline the process to better productivity between each other.
Yeah, for sure. I second that. When I did co-writing, we used Google Docs. It's like really the only thing you can use.
Yes.
So, and that's actually 3 for Thriving is how I met Molly and we became friends.
Oh yeah.
Not because it was 3 for Thriving, because I'm not a group person. I'm an only child, which means I like getting all the attention. So I was like, I would like to hang out with you, but only if it's us.
So yeah, Lisa and I connected on the side of 3 for Thriving. Yeah.
All right. So day 2, after all of those workshops, we'll obviously be ready to eat again. So we're going to have a dinner outing. We're doing Italian in Little Italy. It is pay on your own. And we just liked Little Italy because it has so many different cute places to visit. There's Salt and Straw for ice cream afterwards. There is a fountain. There's usually things going on at night, different people setting up or hanging out. It's just like a cute little lively area to walk around and kind of explore.
It really is. And I visited there with you and I love it. And this picture here, it feels like with a lamp post and the colors, I could make a cozy cover out of this. I just love the scenery. It's going to be great for us to just hang around, for dinner. So I mentioned that we're going to be having dedicated writing time. So day 3 is really going to be dedicated to this, right? And we're going to be having 4 hours together in the morning, and we'll do timed writing with timed breaks. And so we're going to be meeting up at a cozy kind of a coffee cafe, right? Where we can all be there together on our laptops, and we can time ourselves and just get to work in a cozy area where you can order beverages and we're right next to each other if we have something to say, I guess, So it's like friendship while writing. And we're going to do that day 3.
Yeah. So in theory, by day 3, you're all talked out.
Right.
You know everything, right? Like, everything that we know. And because also we did it in the last day because, well, for sure, I'm a talker, like I'll just talk and talk. And so at least this way, then I get the chance to talk about all the things I wanted to talk about on days 0, 1, and 2. And then 3, I can finally be silent and we can all write together.
Oh, sorry. So. I got a poodle. So if you hear a bark, I actually got 2 poodles. But anyway, yeah. So that dedicating writing time, it will definitely be time. I'll be ready for it.
Yeah.
So then after that, right, we'll have an afternoon walk together. There's a beautiful park in San Diego where we'll go, Balboa Park, and we'll get some fresh air. There's grassy areas, there's walking areas. It's just a really lovely little area, as you can see from this photo here. We could get our steps in. We could, after sitting down and writing for 4 hours, we probably really need to get moving. So this will just be a really nice kind of, walk in the park.
Yeah, so there's museums over there. There's a fountain. There's a rose garden. There's the Japanese friendship garden. There's tons of things over there to see. You could really spend the whole afternoon in the park. So that's kind of why we wanted to end the afternoon over there. And then at night, we're actually going to get together at my place. Don't worry. I know I live in a tiny studio. There's a courtyard here where I live with benches and grills and everything. So we're going to get together at my place just for an informal, like the last night together, pizza night together at my place, only because Molly and I, even though I just said there's grills, Molly and I don't know how to cook. And we don't want to poison anyone, right? Like that would be, everything was great until Molly and Lisa tried to cook us dinner.
Right.
And we should write too. Pizza's on us. Pizza and chocolate is on.
Oh, good point.
Right.
Right. Exactly. So they'll have a nice combination of what we'll be providing.
We'll provide
versus
dinner. And dessert. So I'm a huge fan of the charcuterie board. And s'mores. I just love s'mores. So we will be having s'mores. We'll have a little teeny tiny fire. There is a fire pit there. Again, we might have to hire someone to light the fire pit.
You might have an accident, something.
Yeah. We don't want anyone to go home with no eyebrows. We'll provide dinner and dessert. So it'll be pizza, hanging out, and then chocolate and s'mores. So.
Well, and what I love is the s'mores board is something I haven't heard of prior to us talking about this event. And it goes so well with the whole, beach vibe of San Diego. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. If anybody knows Becca Syme from Write Better Faster. So Becca and I actually met before she became famous, Becca Syme of Write Better Faster. And so we have like an ongoing joke. We just send each other pictures of s'mores back and forth.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, her sister has I'm so sad. Her sister used to live here and I never got to meet her, but she makes these really elaborate s'mores where she has like a whole dinner menu of s'mores and she has different kinds. So we have some really good s'mores ideas. Yeah, she does.
Okay, so when is this? It's going to be in April. So April 8th is our day 0 where we're going to have our welcome reception, right? At that place near the beach. And then we're going to walk on the beach. That's our day 0, April 8th. Then we're going to have April 9th through 11, days 1 through 3 that we went over with different workshops and writing and just fun times together. So it's going to be nice.
Yeah.
Springtime, it's going to be after all the holidays, like you said. So that's great, right? You'd be done with even Valentine's Day by then. And so we can have, I think, really good weather at that time. I mean, you're the expert at the weather over there, but April sounds like it'd be a perfect time where it's not too hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be. Yeah. It should be like we've timed it so it'll be warm, but not sweaty, and it'll be cool, but not freezing. So it should be perfect.
Okay.
Oh, Michelle, I lost half my eyelashes once in a s'mores related. I can see that. Sometimes when you get the little s'more, the marshmallow, it's still like burning when you get it. Sometimes I burnt my tongue sometimes on those. So excited to eat it. So where is it? So we were originally, it's kind of funny. When Molly was here, we spent 100% of all our time looking at La Jolla. Because I have another author friend locally who was like, La Jolla is the best. La Jolla. But La Jolla is just way overpriced and it's not very visitor friendly. So we checked out everything and everywhere in La Jolla. So we decided to just have it in my hood. So we're going to be in these neighborhoods: Hillcrest, Little Italy, Balboa Park, Old Town, and Mission Beach. Now, I know that someone did mention they didn't want to have it in downtown. We're not going to be in downtown. The closest we'll be to downtown is Little Italy. I know people were worried because there's homeless people in like the downtown, and that's more the East Village, which is further away. So we are going to stay away from the East Village.
Well, there's just so much to do around your area. These places are great. So I love it.
Oh, look at that. That's a cool day to start the getaway. The total solar eclipse in the USA is happening that day. How cool that you know that. I didn't know that. Yeah, maybe we'll go with solar eclipse into the...
That's kind of a cute tie to the paranormal cozy side of things, right?
Yeah. Sounds like you're going to have to make a new graphic.
Right.
All right. So where should you stay? So we're working on a list of recommended hotels if you're coming in from out of town that are kind of centrally located. We're calling some different Airbnbs. We're calling different bed and breakfasts. So we'll have a list for you. So everything's kind of centrally located. For transportation, we do recommend Uber. Just because if you are going to be staying locally, you don't want to have to pay for parking. I think the cost will just be cheaper to just Uber. And if there's room in my car or somebody else is driving, and also we'll have an assistant some days, you can just hop into one of those cars. And again, it's going to be small. There's not like 100 people. We're limiting the number. So I think that's going to be best.
Right. So why should you join us? Well, to meet us, we can all become in-person friends rather than virtual friends. Mm-hmm. We can kickstart our writing goals. I know that I was first and foremost a cozy author, and I have quite a few books out, but I need to recalibrate my goals. And so if you feel the same way, you should join us. There's going to be, like we said, a lot of good food with friends. Great weather, soaking up that sun, but not too hot of a time of year. Mm-hmm. Get away from everything to be with us. You all the stressors, anything. Like I have a crazy big family. Sometimes you need a break. So give yourself time to write and plan out your next book. I think that these craft chats or productivity chats are going to be great for us to get our goals going.
Yep. Yeah. All right. So how to sign up? So like I said, there's limited slots. So there's only 10 slots because we really just wanted to make sure, like we're not trying to throw a conference with 1,000 people, and we really wanted people to be able to meet other people and like have friends. And so we have only 10 slots available. So we did want to give you early bird pricing. So it's 50% off right now for early bird. And so when you go to check out, you will also have an opportunity to do a one-on-one critique. So if you wanted to get feedback from us, and again, we'll probably try to schedule that during day one or sometimes in the downtime, like the afternoon walk on Balboa Park. So you'll get feedback from us on your chapter and your outline if you wanted as well. So that is just an optional ad. You don't have to add it at that time. And then all the other optional ads that we had, like the ghost tour, all of that, you'll get information about that as soon as you register. Everybody who registers will get a private one-on-one concierge call. So you'll get a concierge call with us where we will go through all of your travel plans, what the best place is for you to stay, what you should pack, what you should bring, and review the itinerary with you. So don't feel like you register and it's just every man for himself. We'll have a private one-on-one call with everybody who signs up. So that's why we also want to limit it to just 10 slots.
Yeah. And I just think that feels so much more intimate for a kind of getaway like this. And with co-authors, a lot of them, in the same genre, it will just feel so much better to get to know people a lot more personally.
Yeah. Yeah. So we can't wait to meet you. We can't wait to hang out together with you and to just be there in person to hang out. And just, there's just like a lot more things that just come up when you are able to see somebody in person versus online or in those virtual summits, which I think after COVID, we're all kind of sick of virtual.
Right. How
They're
do we click on Michelle's latest comment? This is funny and cute.
Oh, insert Futurama GIFs holding fistfuls of dollars. All right. Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Question and answers.
We have lots of things that we like to talk about all the time, but if you have questions, and if you're watching this in the replay and you drop a question in YouTube or on Molly's Facebook group, we will answer it there as well.
True.
Yeah.
Not too late.
Yep. So, and if you're wondering, I am definitely a Mac person. So when I do show Scrivener, it'll be on the Mac. I know you're a PC person, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So the writing session that we were going to be doing at the cafe was going to be a total of 4 hours, actually, prior to our walk in the park. That's right. That's what Michelle was asking. So yeah, that's our main writing session, right? And
that's the only dedicated writing time. So here's how the schedule really works. So just talking about day 3, the dedicated writing time, we're going to do Pomodoros. So you have 25 minutes to write, 5 minutes to talk. 25 minutes to write, 5 minutes to talk. It is just going to go like that, clockwork. We will take a break in the middle after 2 hours. So you can get a 30-minute break, whatever you need to do, stretch your legs, whatever. And then we'll go back at it again for another 2 hours. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I've done these virtually with you, and the 25 minutes was really fast, actually. You won't feel like you're sitting there trying to, get this done. It will go by.
And plus, honestly, we've talked about so much stuff beforehand. The plotting, you'll have your the Cozy Mystery Toolkit, you'll have the workbook to look at. You have definitely, if you're not sure what to do during that time, we have a workbook. You could just work on the workbook and work on your plot and your outline or a new story idea.
Yes,
you don't have to worry about it. Like, there's nothing scarier, I think, than staring at a blank page. Right? So yeah. And then obviously, so before days 1 and 2, even though we're doing craft sessions, we've set it up so that if you want, while we think listening to us is like the greatest thing ever, if you want, and you're like, hey, I'm just not really into this subject. Like, I am never going to do direct sales. I want to be trad. Or my sister-in-law knows how to do Shopify. She does it for me. I don't want to waste my time learning. No problem. We've set it up so anytime we're talking about a subject, you can just exit the room, but still be with us in the same building and just hang out at the coffee shop or wherever we're at and write in silence somewhere else. And then come back for the next session if you want.
Right. We have it at very convenient locations. And so don't ever feel like you have to stay for a session, but they'll be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, another question?
Do you plan to make this an annual event? I won't be able to make this getaway, but would really love to join next year. I don't know.
that is my hopes and intentions. So
will Molly and I get together every year? Yes. Will we have a full on cozy club getaway? I don't know. Maybe we'll see how this year goes. And then also, like, we might change it the next year. It might be all inclusive the next year. Or it might be more of a conference the next year.
Right. Yeah.
This first one is really just what we wanted to be. It was like a combination between what we wanted and we thought would be helpful for others. And then obviously getting feedback from this year.
There could be changes and morphs. Yeah, it could totally, be.
So we don't want to promise anything, but we will probably in some way or fashion get together.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Any other questions? This is going to be so much fun.
Yeah. And don't worry if you can't think of anything right now and if you want to just PM us privately because you had a question you didn't want everyone to see, definitely do that as well.
So I'm going to be also, sending out email reminders, and Lisa with her lists too. And just do be aware, that these spaces are limited to 10. And we want to get that group together sooner than later. And so it is limited. So if you're interested at all, just keep in touch with us because the emails will be going out.
And we'll be live same time tomorrow, same location. So we are going to be talking tomorrow. We just have scheduled these bi-weekly cozy mystery chats. So our chat tomorrow is going to be on creating cozy, likable, cozy mystery protagonists. So your amateur sleuth. So
and Lisa will be, and you'll be doing the leading on that one. We trade off. So that's a
good point. Tomorrow's I'm talking about contemporary. So contemporary cozy mystery, paranormal people are non-paranormal people. So if you think of a question and you want to ask us tomorrow, then we can do it.
Oh my goodness. Look at what Michelle just said. Oh,
I think.
I just booked
it. I think. I was like, she's like, I think. I'm like, okay.
It's still spinning.
Oh no. Don't worry. We will I'll check it on the back end. Is it still spinning? Let's see. Transactions. No, it went through, Michelle. I see you.
It did go. Yes. So okay. So it's reserved. You're reserved. Yes.
You purchased untitled product. I'm so sorry it says untitled product. It went through though. I promise it did. It said congrats. So I think I'm in. You are.
You are definitely in. Yay!
All right, yay. So we'll send you a link to schedule your one-on-one. And so very excited. And again, if you think of any questions, drop them in the comments if you're watching this as a replay. And also tomorrow we'll be live. And yay. And then also I will leave a link as soon as we get done to this PDF, these slides, so you can go through those as well if you want to check those out.
Sounds perfect.
All right. That's great. I hope everyone's having a wonderful, fabulous Tuesday. Remember, if you are in San Diego, it is Taco Tuesday. You can go and get tacos for cheap. And we'll see you later.
We'll see you later. Bye, guys. Thank you.